Okay, now we're going to move on to reports real quickly. The chair's report, that would be me. Normally I'm going to do these in written form so we don't take up meeting time. And there's one in there. This time it'll come out with the agenda when you get it. Please read it. I'm going to try to get as much work done as possible through those. But we got some special stuff tonight. Oh, Mark isn't here, is he? I was going to welcome Mark Espinosa as District 4 Commissioner now that he's legal. Commissioner Hernandez from District 5, Commissioner Estrada from District 5, Commissioners Navarro and Carter from 6, and Giamona from 10. What we did last month is went around the table, introduced ourselves, gave a little bit. If you want to take a little time to give your name, the groups you're with, the organizations, why you're here, what attracted you to the commission, and then key thing, if you could only get the commission to do one thing this year, what would that be? So let's start out with Commissioner Hernandez.
Hi everyone, my apologies for not making it last month. I teach a class over the summer and that was my graduation date for my class. So District 5, the heart of the east side of San Jose, we have an amazing group of people there that, that are hardworking, and I hope to be able to represent them in a positive manner. Most of my involvement with District 5 has been in the last couple of years through business associations mainly. I also work for the Hispanic Chamber and Small Business Development Center, so I consider myself both a STEM education and a business advocate. My family owns property there, and we've been living there 5 years now. We're enjoying it. There's so much potential in the east side. I hope to be able to work with all of you guys this year and get through all of our scopes of work for the year. Make sure that we're able to pass or help pass good budgetary items, and that we all learn to work together during the meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Estrada.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm Juan Estrada, and groups I'm affiliated with would be United Neighborhoods of Santa Clara County. I'm the president of District 5 United. I'm on the board of United Neighborhoods of Santa Clara County. I think the only other thing I'm doing right now besides Neighborhoods Commission is providing support to Lindale Neighborhood Association, which is the neighborhood association for my neighborhood, and for which I was the president for a few years. What attracted me to the commission, I'm a pretty much lifelong resident of San Jose. I've been here since I was 2. I'm an immigrant, and as some of you know, I became an advocate for the quality of life in East San Jose and San Jose. And I think that is the Neighborhoods Commission role in advocating for that. And if the Commission could only achieve one thing this year, I'll be generic. I hope that we achieve the goals that we set, and that we do so efficiently and timely.
Thank you. Commissioner Navarro. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Navarro. I'm born and raised in San Jose. I have 25 years working with the neighborhoods. I started very young with my dad. He was the president of the Neighborhood Association in D3, Tamian. And since a young age, I've been very involved in the neighborhoods. When I moved into my house several years ago, I've tried to get involved in those neighborhoods, and currently I participate actively in at least 2 of them, and then I obviously float around to all the different neighborhood associations. A lot of you guys might know my husband, Ruben Navarro. He ran for city council, and so we have a lot of experience with the District 6 as we walked the majority of it when we were campaigning, and I fell in love because I love San Jose, but there's I saw the need out there, and I think the Neighborhoods Commission, I was drawn to it because I think we need someone that can truly represent the whole areas, and hopefully I can work with all the other districts and attain the goals that we have set, mainly to enforce the budget and hopefully get some resources out to the community, especially with public safety. That's my main goal.
Thank you. Commissioner Carter, also District 6.
Yes, thank you. Lifelong Oakland resident, now a representative of District 6, and happy to be there. Finally got sworn in. What attracted me to the commission was that this is an avenue for the citizens to really express their opinions and get through to the council exactly what they want. It's another avenue, it's another conduit, along with the neighborhood associations. So that's what really attracted me to the commission. I belong to several organizations, California Pioneers, San Jose Fire Museum, which I'm currently the vice president, and I have a real passion for history of the area, for San Jose in particular. So I'm happy to be a part of those groups. I also belong to several car clubs, which we go out and we do different toy drives and fundraisers for the people in the community. So I'm happy to be a part of that, not just working on cars, but be a part of the community and helping them. If we could get just one thing done, I'd like to just revitalize the services to the neighborhoods. And we could do that by concentrating on reinforcing the staffing, the city staffing in particular, so that they can provide better services to the neighborhoods, which all of us belong to.
Okay, thank you. Last but not least, Commissioner Giamona.
Hi, my name is Rich Giamona, District 10. I sit on the board with Vista Park Community Association. I joined the commission in 2014. What drew me to the commission was in Vista Park, I noticed that a lot of the neighbors didn't really know what was taking place down here in City Hall. And I saw that there was an opening, and I applied for it. It's been a joy to be able to reach out to people in the neighborhood.
Thank you. Thank you. I've got one last announcement. There's a UNSCC mini training conference going to be on the 24th. If you want to grab one of these and show up there. And now we'll move on. Staff report. Ernest, do you have anything?
Actually, I think council liaison's next.
You want to do the council liaison? Andrea Hyde, welcome.
Hi, okay. Hi, I'm Andrea Hyde. I'm the Policy Aid for Council Member Donald Rocha, who serves as your liaison to the Neighborhoods Commission. So I'll keep this short and sweet. I have two, actually just one, because Commissioner Fulstad just handed out the other one that I had for the conference. But I have another announcement for a forum on homelessness, and I can pass this around. But I did want to mention, is this, the thing that I have here, is this the Neighborhood Commission's group?
No, this is District 4.
Just District 4, okay, never mind. And I will pass this around. And other than that, I come here on behalf of Councilmember Rocha, and he is a devoted father to 3 younger children, so he can't always be here. But if there are any policy items specifically that you know are coming before you and you'd like his input or to hear an update directly from him, please let me know and I can work with his schedule and try and get him here. I know someone mentioned when he came here the last month, it would be nice to have him here more. Yes. Yes, noted. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you. Okay, staff?
Yeah, 2 brief reports. First of all, at the last commission meeting, I mentioned that all of the commission nominations out of the caucus process went to council for approval, with the exception of the deferral of action on the 2 District 6 candidates. Staff prepared a report at the request of the mayor and council that went to council on August 30th. At that time, Councilmember Peter Luigi Oliverio had suggested an alternative result for the caucus and made a motion to that effect at the council meeting. There was a supplanting motion made by Councilmember Perales to actually adopt the memo put forward by your council liaison, Councilmember Rocha. That one eventually won out and was unanimously approved to affirm the results of the original caucus, and that's why we welcome the 2 D6 nominees who are now commissioners. So an important and critical test for the caucus process, which affirmed the results of the caucus for 2016. The second thing is that there was a meeting of the Neighborhood Services and Education Committee last week, September 8th, in which an update was provided on all council activities for the previous 12 months. That was also adopted and accepted by the Neighborhood Services and Education Committee, with Councilmember Rocha making several remarks on the efficacy of the Neighborhoods Commission work and the importance of it to the city. So your work was duly noted for the last 12 months and was affirmed by the NSC committee, which will then put it in for the consent calendar for the council. That's my report.